Hello, Henry from Belgium here. Today a video about two smaller classic town sets from 1979. Here I have number 361, Garage, which contains 79 parts and one minifig. And here set 675, Snackbar, which contains 64 parts and 2 minifigures. I found these sets in a larger lot, which allowed me to buy it again at a nice total price. Here you can see the other boxes which were included, and which I will show in other videos. Not all of them are valuable items, but I just like to have some smaller sets in the collection too, especially if they are complete with the box and manual. As always for me, little bits of history. This train set was also included and it's slightly more valuable. I will certainly make an extensive separate video about that. But today, these two sets. I'll start with number 361, Garage. The previous owner opened this box in an unorthodox way, but that's actually not a bad thing for me, because that way I still have all the sides of the cardboard. The box looks nice, and despite the fact that it's a small set, a lot of attention has been paid to the artwork with beautiful photos. What strikes me here is that the hairpiece of the minifig looks a bit strange in the photos. It looks like it was added afterwards because the proportion and shape do not look as they are in reality. The set contains 2 base plates of 8 by 16, some black plates and blue windows. And I personally think these cargo doors are nice parts, especially the white ones, and they are in very nice condition. Also another door and even more windows. Nice that they have a blue color, which goes well with the lots of red. And then of course there is also a classic town minifigure with a brown hairpiece. The minifigs with facial expressions and prints were still quite new at that time. There were also torsos that simply had a solid color, but were also provided with stickers. Cool that there is a nice print on this one instead of a sticker. And the hairpiece in brown was released for the first time that year, in this set, but also in Police Set 381 for example, which I already have in the collection. When I compare it with the photo on the box, then I see a clear difference. Coincidentally, I have the box from a previous video here, which also contained a minifig with the same hairpiece. That does look a bit more realistic. For the rest, I still see red basic bricks in different sizes. Also 2 nice accessories, a broom and a shovel. And last but not least, a brick with a beautiful print. So there are no stickers in this set. Before I start building, I will show you the manual in detail. Nice condition, and coincidentally the set that I will show you later is depicted at the back. Nine drawings of how to build the set. You can clearly see that this is hand-drawn. It doesn't seem that easy to me to make such drawings with the right perspective. These earlier manuals almost never really indicate which bricks should be added step by step, but it actually explains itself. It is not very difficult with such small sets. As mentioned, 2 base plates of 8 by 16, although I see no reason to work with 2 separate base plates. A 16 by 16 base plate was also produced in 1979. And since this set does not use the hinge system, this is actually not necessary. But on the other hand, it can be interesting if you want to make alternative constructions. The building process is quite simple and not challenging, but that is not always necessary for me. This is basic brick building and the set only contains rectangular bricks, no slope bricks or special shapes. It's actually a simple rectangle that I have built, with a flat roof. But what really strikes me is the good condition of the bricks. Not only the white doors, but also the red parts. They still have a shine to them and they look like new, even after 45 years. I only see some dust on the black plates of the roof. I also think the fence that is intended here to hold the shovel and broom is creative. A tree could have been a nice addition, and perhaps some more details. But the cool minifig with hairpiece and certainly the brick with the print ensure me that this set will have a nice place in my collection. The second set I want to show you is also from 1979, number 675, Snackbar. This is also a small set, but definitely worth looking at it in detail. I also really like the photos on this box. They were clearly taken with a telephoto lens, which gives you a blurred background, and the accent is clearly in the foreground. The condition of the box isn't very good, but don't forget that we are also looking at a set that is 45 years old. It immediately struck me that the bricks are also in very good condition. This clearly belonged to the same owner who took care of his sets. I don't see any discoloration, and there are bricks with nice prints, and that makes the set unique, which I can certainly appreciate as a collector. No stickers in the set here either. In this set, it's also important that everything is historically correct. And one of the things that proves this is the round 1x1 bricks with a closed stud. The minifigs also still look very good for their age, and there are two in this set. A chef with a beautiful print on the torso and a chef's hat, a good white color and not discolored. And then also a visitor with another brown hairpiece. There is also something to be said about this when you compare it to the box. The minifig on the box apparently has a black hairpiece rather than a brown one. I saw this minifigure a year earlier in 1978 in my bus station set with a black hairpiece, but the manual clearly shows that it should be a brown hairpiece. Here too, beautiful hand-drawn drawings. There are also 9 drawings, and here again, I think it is an achievement to draw everything neatly with the correct perspective. They are actually a kind of work of art in themselves. The construction process with this set is also quite simple. But halfway through, I still have a hard time. Apparently, I forgot a 1x1 brick and a 1x4 plate. This is not properly indicated in the manual this time, but it makes it a bit challenging this way. And it's a bit of puzzling and searching, and I like that. The 1x1 bricks with closed stud represent ketchup and mustard, and that is a creative idea. There is also a transparent brick of 1x2 that is part of the cashier system. Unfortunately, there is no brick with a nice print for the cash register system. These bricks were already in circulation at that time in various space sets, and they would have been a nice added value here. I think it's a nice set, but it's a pity that it's all pushed together on the small base plate of 8x16. A 16x16 base plate might have been better, as there would have been some room for the tree, the cool Snackbar sign, and the minifig. But for the rest, it's a very nice result. The white really works in combination with the blue roof. I do see some minor imperfections here. I have seen that before in various sets. I don't know what this is. Perhaps an error in the production process of the bricks? I think they are two very beautiful sets, and I am happy that I can add them to my collection today. Small sets, but they excel in their simplicity, yet they have their own individuality and some bricks that make them unique. Feel free to comment below this video, and don't forget to subscribe, it's free. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.